Train your brain to speak English. Not because English is more important than any other language, but because your dreams deserve a language that can take them beyond borders. I want you to understand one powerful truth today. Your brain is not weak. Your brain is not slow. Your brain is not damaged. Your brain has simply been trained in a different language. And whatever the brain is trained to do, it continues doing with remarkable consistency. So when you say, I understand English but I can't speak it, that is not proof of failure. It is proof of training. It shows that your brain has learned to listen, to translate, to hesitate, and to avoid making mistakes. Today, we are not here to criticize your brain. We are here to retrain it with patience and confidence. Most people believe that speaking English depends on vocabulary, grammar, or having a perfect accent. But that is not the real challenge. Speaking English is about confidence. It is about giving yourself permission to try. It is about telling your brain, it is safe for me to speak. From childhood, many of us were taught to stay quiet unless we were completely correct. We learned to speak only when we were sure. We learned to believe that perfection should come before expression. Over time, the brain accepted this lesson. It started believing that speaking English was risky. It connected mistakes with embarrassment, laughter, and criticism. So the brain chose the safest option. Silence became its shield. Translation became its habit. Fear became automatic. But here is something important to remember. Your brain does not truly understand humiliation. It understands repetition. Whatever you repeat often, your brain accepts as normal. If you repeat silence, silence becomes your comfort zone. If you repeat fear, fear becomes familiar. But if you repeat speaking, even if your English is broken, even if your sentences are slow, even if your grammar is imperfect, your brain will eventually make speaking feel natural. The first step in training your brain is removing unnecessary pressure. You are not learning English to impress strangers. You are learning English so you can express your thoughts, your ideas, and your feelings. Expression has never required perfection. Think about a child learning to speak. A child does not wait until grammar is perfect before saying the first word. The child speaks, makes mistakes, mixes words together, creates funny sounds, and keeps trying. Slowly, language becomes natural. That child was you once. Your brain already knows how to learn a language because it has done it before. If it learned one language, it can learn another. Stop saying, I can't speak English. Every time you repeat those words, your brain believes them. Instead, say, I am learning to speak English. It may seem like a small difference, but it changes everything. One sentence closes the door. The other leaves it open. Your brain pays attention to the words you repeat about yourself. So speak to your brain with kindness instead of criticism. Train your brain to think in English little by little. You do not have to think in English all day. Just start with a few moments every day. When you wake up in the morning, look around your room and name the things you see. Bed, window, door, phone, bottle, light, chair, table. Keep it simple. Do not rush. Allow your brain to connect objects directly with English words instead of translating them from your native language. Translation can help in the beginning. It is like a bridge. But remember, bridges are meant to be crossed, not lived on. As you move through your day, talk to yourself in English. Say things like, I am brushing my teeth. I am making breakfast. I am drinking tea. I am washing the dishes. I am waiting for the bus. At first, it may feel strange. That is completely normal. Every new habit feels uncomfortable before it becomes familiar. Your brain learns best when it hears your own voice. Silence gives your brain very little to practice. Speaking, even to yourself, teaches it every single day. Do not worry about your accent. Your accent is not something to hide. It is evidence of your journey. You do not have to erase your identity to learn English. English no longer belongs to one country or one type of speaker. It belongs to everyone who uses it sincerely. Speak with your own accent. Speak with your own rhythm. Speak with your own personality. Real fluency is about being understood, not sounding exactly like someone else. Another powerful habit is to stop translating long sentences in your mind. Translation slows your thinking and creates unnecessary pressure. Instead, collect useful English phrases that you can use every day. For example, I think, I believe. In my opinion, I feel that. I am trying to. I don't understand. Could you explain that again? Can you repeat that, please? These ready-made expressions become tools. Once your brain stores these patterns, speaking becomes smoother and much faster. The brain naturally loves patterns. Give it patterns to remember. Listen to simple English every day. Do not listen because you want to understand every single word. Listen because you want your brain to become familiar with the sound, rhythm, and flow of English. Language is like music. You do not analyze every note before enjoying a song. You first listen, then you recognize, then you remember. Allow English to become part of the sounds of your daily life, instead of treating it like another school exam. Do not fear mistakes. Mistakes are not your enemies. They are your teachers wearing uncomfortable clothes. Every mistake tells you one important thing. You were brave enough to try. People who never speak never make mistakes, but they also never improve. Train your brain to celebrate effort instead of demanding perfection. Whenever you try, tell yourself, well done for speaking. Well done for trying. Even if the sentence was not perfect. Fear exists mainly inside our imagination. In reality, most people are too busy worrying about themselves to judge your English. And those who constantly judge others are not the people whose opinions should shape your future. The only person you truly need to impress is your future self. The version of you who will someday look back and be grateful that you refused to quit. Speak slowly. There is absolutely no prize for speaking fast. Your brain performs better when it feels calm. Calm minds learn faster. Take pauses between sentences, take a breath, think, then continue. Silence between words is not weakness. It often shows confidence and control. With regular practice, speed will come naturally. But clarity should always come first. Develop the habit of writing in English every day. You do not need to write long essays. Even 2 or 3 simple sentences are enough. Writing teaches your brain how to organize thoughts. When your thoughts become organized, speaking becomes much easier. If necessary, think in your native language, but challenge yourself to write in English. Little by little, your brain will reduce the distance between thinking and speaking. One of the most important things you can do is remove shame from the learning process. Shame blocks progress. Kindness encourages it. Treat yourself the same way you would encourage a small child learning to walk. If the child falls, you would never shout. You would smile, help them stand up, and encourage them to try again. So why treat yourself differently? Be patient with your own progress. Consistency matters much more than intensity. 10 minutes of practice every single day is far more effective than studying for 2 hours once a week. The brain trusts routines. Show up every day. Show up when you feel motivated. Show up when you feel tired. Show up when you feel discouraged, especially on those difficult days. Because those are the days when real habits are built. Then one day, something amazing will happen. You will begin speaking English without thinking so much. You may not even notice the exact day it happens. Growth is often quiet. Transformation is usually invisible while it is happening. But one day, your confidence will become obvious. People will notice it in your eyes, they will hear it in your voice, they will see it in the way you carry yourself. Always remember this: English is not your identity, it is simply a tool. It is an instrument that helps your ideas travel farther. You remain the same person, only stronger, only more confident, only more courageous. English simply gives your thoughts a wider horizon. So train your brain with patience, train your brain with kindness, train your brain every single day. And one day you will realize something beautiful. You were never bad at English, you were simply afraid to speak. And courage, when practiced consistently, becomes a habit. You have permission to speak. You have permission to make mistakes. You have permission to learn. You have permission to sound imperfect while becoming more confident every day. Keep moving forward. Keep practicing. Keep believing in yourself because your voice deserves to be heard and the world is waiting to hear it.